All right, we are at the top of the hour. The City of Lawrence Board of Public Works and Safety regular meeting will come to order. This is for this date, March 27th, 2025, 5 p.m. Although one of our members is not here, the chair does recognize a quorum nevertheless. And our first item on the agenda is the approval of the regular minutes from March 13th, 2025.
I have no questions and would move approval of the minutes as presented.
Moved, and I will second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The minutes are approved. Next item is unfinished business, and we have none on our agenda this evening. Brings us to new business, and the first item on our agenda is approval of Resolution 1, 2025, Lawrence Police Department, disposal of 4 vehicles. Chief Cantrell?
Thank you all. What this is for is we have 4 vehicles that have exceeded their life expectancy, and now it's time for us to dispose of those. And before we can move forward, I need your blessing to do that. They're worth under $500 a piece, so they're just going to be scrapped.
I was going to say, did you drive them into the ground?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Not quite.
Yes, ma'am. That's what that resolution is for.
Their useful life. Okay. Thank you, Chief. Is there any other questions?
I have no questions and would move approval of Resolution 1, 2025.
It's been moved. I will second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
Chief,
you.
thank you very much. The next item on our agenda is item 2, approval of loggers and Lawrence renewal agreement 2025 and 2026. Madam Corporation Counsel, would you like to address this?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I would just ask if the board could table the discussion and the vote on the Loggers and Lawrence agreement. Indiana on Tap was just recently sold to a new owner, and the administration would just like the opportunity to meet with that owner before entering into that agreement.
Thank you. Is there any questions?
Do you need a motion?
Yes, I
or
do. Yes, to
Okay.
table.
I move that we delay approval until a future point in time.
It's been moved. I will second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
The next item on our agenda is item 3, approval of City of Lawrence Fire Department first due amendment number 1. Chief Wallace?
Yes, thank you for your service as always. This amendment, as you recall, last year you guys approved a contract with First Due. That program had several different modules in it. One of the modules in it was the training module. After working with the company for several months now, we just realized that that training module's it's not going to meet our needs at this point, maybe in the future, but we don't want to pay for a module that we're not using. So we're just amending that part of the contract, which I think equates to around a $2,000 savings or so, and that's what we're just asking for your blessing and approval.
Okay. Is there any questions of the members?
I have no questions, and I would move approval of the first due amendment number 1.
It's been moved. I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Chief, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. The next item on our agenda is item 4, a Lawrence Fire Department appeal of Brian Albrecht. Madam Corporation Counsel, can you step forward and address this as well?
Amber Finley, Corporation Counsel for the City of Lawrence. And so what we have today is an appeal. You'll note that in the Lawrence Municipal Code, it provides that city employees, when there is a termination or a suspension of a certain length, that individual can then appeal that decision to the Board of Works. And so what you have today in front of you is that situation.
And I just want to clarify, we are not actually making the decision tonight, or we are making the decision tonight, or?
Or not. I mean,
We
you
are
can
not.
you can take the time to
Okay.
thoroughly review all of the documentation that you've
Okay.
received.
Is there a time frame? I mean, do we
So
need to
the-
do this on the April 10th meeting?
So the Lawrence Municipal Code indicates that that appeal process has to take place. The appeal has to be made within 30 days.
Okay.
And so I believe 30 days would be about the 6th of April would put us at the end of that
Okay.
but you don't have to make your decision within that 30 days. The appeal just needed to happen within 30 days,
Okay.
correct?
And
Okay.
the appeal has happened, and we have received voluminous information from both parties, and we can take our time to review that thoroughly as well. So we'll just would take this under advisement at this point.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I-
Yeah, go ahead.
Does anybody else get to speak, or no?
No, I think
Okay.
you can just review. So the ordinance doesn't refer to a hearing in this
Okay.
case, just the ability to
Okay, so
make that
we
in writing.
review
Correct.
the information and then make the
Provided.
determination.
Okay.
I understand.
Correct. Thank you.
If, Madam Corporation Counsel, you want to stay there just for a second, because
Okay,
the next
will
item
do.
on our agenda is comments of the
Oh.
administration, and if you have any from the administration,
No comments from the
All right.
administration this evening.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item on our agenda is citizens' comments, and is there anybody in the audience that would like to address the board this evening? Please come forward, state your name and address.
Daniel Rapp, 5718 Waldenwood Drive. I was reading this renewal contract for 2025, 2026, and I got to the section talking about compensation, which is Roman numeral 9. And I was thinking that after I read that, that paragraph lacks a lot of clarity. I had questions. And if this is a contract that is going to be held up in court, if somebody disputes it, there's a lot of open items. It talks about ticket sales. And in the whole thing, I did not see any word mentioned about third-party ticket sales. In other words, scalping. Who gets the profit? Who gets the loss? Are they in the calculations anywhere? I didn't see anything mentioned about third-party ticket sales. And in today's world, that has been a hot issue. Next item. It talks about both parties agreed to 10% of net proceeds. What are net proceeds? Most likely ticket sales. If it's a net figure, there must be some expenses. And I did not see anywhere in this agreement talking about overhead costs. If this particular vendor has a loser, what most businesses do, I've seen this done, if they have one loser over here, they just move a lot of overhead costs over to the one that made a profit. So, the question is, who's going to monitor or even define what is net profit? What are legal overhead expenses? Advertising? The president's salary? Maybe it goes up. Next item, the 10%. I read in here that the city of Lawrence is going to incur costs. For example, a security officer, in fact, 2 of them at venues. So why is this 10% going to a donation fund and not back to the city of Lawrence that's paying for the security officer? Unless I missed something in here that this security officer is going to work for free and donate his or her time. So again, clarity, open-ended. Next item. It talks about that this will be to a nonprofit and our local business or organization. Are we going to give this money, donate this money possibly to a Trump foundation? According to this, we can donate, the money could be donated to Trump. He's already got enough. So my question is, who makes up the list? What are the qualifications to get on the list? Clarity is what I'm after here. Next item. Name by the city each year to determine who this is. Every contract I have read, you normally designate a person, most likely by job description. Mayor, chief of staff, deputy chief of staff. So that you do not have two people coming up with two answers and telling the vendor what to do. My whole thing here is, as I read this, it lacks clarity. And whoever was the legal person that approved this, let me know so I do not ever hire that person to look after my affairs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rapp. You noted that this matter was tabled for this evening, but we appreciate your comments. Anybody else in the audience that would like to come forward and address the board this evening? Is there anybody in the on Teams?
No, there's not.
All right. That takes us to adjournment, and is there a motion?
I move adjournment.
It's been moved. I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Fire.
Is this for the next meeting? Oh, good. I get to see all my friends.
So since he wasn't here, he doesn't sign?
This is for,
What's that,
Right.
for resolution? Just Barbara, and
Yeah,
you'll put
yeah,
that
because he's-
Michael was absent.
he was absent. And he told me he was not going to be.
Renee.
Yes, ma'am.